Real people.
All right, now we're recording. So, welcome to the Smokin Jim Show. Hey, what was that bet about you don't like Connecticut? What is that, Brad?
I said...
you said you don't like cold.
I don't like cold.
It's because you're a girl.
Because I'm a girl.
How's your dinner that everybody can see on camera?
It's actually really good.
Yes. Who made that for you?
I think that was Smokin Jim made that for me from the Smokin Jim Kitchens.
That's me. Smokin Jim Kitchen made that baked chicken, macaroni and cheese, and biscuits.
Well, it's macaroni and cheese with a side helping chicken.
Yeah, you're very funny.
Mountain of it doesn't look like I've eaten.
All right, you know what? One thing I have yet to learn in cooking is portion control.
Portion control. We could work on that, Jim. We can work on that.
Okay, look, you've got food. All right.
Oh, so it's great.
You want to take some home with you?
I can.
Of course, you'd have to hide this because everybody else would eat it. So you'd have to. It's not. It is perishable. It's not going to.
I could share. You know
why?
Why?
I don't share. Screw them. My hair. Is that supposed to be my hair? I'm seeing myself on the monitor here, and my hair is not exactly as I like. Actually, most of it's gone. So.
Well, that sucks.
Big Diz, what's going on with you, man?
Not a whole lot. You know, just live another day in the life.
Living large, living pretty.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
That
was me.
Yeah, the show's on my phone. I can't get video, but I do have audio.
But you need video because when I show these pictures of all the news items we have, you're going to have to see it to react.
Yeah, I'll just get up and look over. You'll hear me react. Don't worry, guys. Oh! Holy shit!
Yeah, some of the stuff we've got coming on today, I decided that we're going to do some kind of fun news. Maybe I'll do that every week. I mean, what the hell? And I got some pictures of some just some mugshots, basically. But the stories behind the people who are giving us these mugshots are pretty weird. There is one woman, though, who's got the largest hips on record. Yeah. They're like this big. You can't even... the camera can't handle the amount of space between my hands. 8 feet circumference.
What?
8 feet circumference. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's not amazing.
It's amazing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's freaking amazing.
Is that naturally or through thyroidal problems?
Thyroidal.
You know, I can't
apparently,
stop shoving my face.
As what she says in the article, it's her family has always been curvy. Yeah, curvy. Curvy? She loves her curves, man. You know what? She's got a husband. More than I can say.
We'll get you a husband.
I'm curvy.
Don't worry.
Thanks. And please, not one of the bakers in the kitchen from where the place you work. Okay.
No, I would not.
Right. No, I'm talking to a nice gentleman. Glennon. We talked on the phone for almost 2 hours the other day. Very nice. Good thing is he is well read. You know what? He says his favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird, which I was very impressed with because I love that story as well, that book. But it wasn't like my favorite book is like Stephen King. Like, oh Jesus, my favorite book is Dick and Jane.
I'm not really entirely sure what my favorite book so far would be. I guess maybe.
Well, if you knew how to read, it would be great.
I could read like labels and stuff.
Yeah, to protect your children. No, that says don't touch. Stay away.
Do not touch.
It says poisson. That's poison, Daddy. Oh, thank you, dear.
Poisson. When did I become French? Oui, oui, monsieur. No, I think the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
I like that.
No, I like that book too. Actually, all 4 of them. But this damn
5. There's 5 in a short story.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've read the last one I read was So Long and Thanks for All the Fish.
Yeah, there's a 5th one.
Same
like
characters?
Sums up the whole thing. I forget what it's called.
Arthur Dent
and
Ford Prefect.
Ford Prefect. Zaphoid Beeblebrox.
Really? Beeblebrox in there?
Beeblebrox. Yeah, I think it's mostly about him.
Didn't in the...
Oh, no, there's the short story was mostly about him.
Oh.
But...
Keep going, man. I got something.
It was no, I had at one point it had all 5+ short story books in one giant book, which was awesome.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. But like, I don't know what happened to that book. I'm really sad that I lost it. But
Fool.
yeah, that's probably the series that I enjoy the most.
My dad actually introduced me to the first one, The Hitchhiker's Guide, and my dad and I share similar tastes in idiotic humor. So
It's
much to my mother's despair.
You're just like your father.
Like, all right, well.
You don't have to marry me.
and unlike you, we don't shriek. Luckily, my mom does not have a computer, so I might be worried that she'd be listening to this, but screw you, Mom.
I do know that that every time that what was his name that made it?
The what?
What was the author's name? I
Doug
forget.
something or other?
Yeah, Douglas Adams. Every
Douglas
time
Adams,
that
yes.
Douglas Adams has retold the story, it's always been different. Like I think it was like the radio broadcast first. It was almost a completely different story. And then when he got it down onto paper as the books, in the inadequately named trilogy.
Yeah, trilogy in 4 parts, yes.
5.
It was 4 at
5 and a
first,
half.
okay?
Okay, whatever.
Look, when I was your age, it was 4.
Oh.
And they had movable type then, amazingly enough. Dick.
Was it like manually movable? Like you had to push the giant letters
Yes,
and then
and
pull
when they were
down on
changing
the
it, you hear
crank?
this home in the background, like, oh, there are monks in, like, some hill in Scotland.
Uh,
Yeah, very funny.
but
Someday
yeah.
somebody might like you. Right.
But and then there was a movie, I think around your time, a horrible movie.
Yes, it was actually It was a flip book. It was not a movie. They were just pictures.
Just pictures of.
Yes, exactly.
That's hilarious.
It was so funny.
Um,
It took an hour to go through it. Yeah, quite a big book.
You'd have to have like 15 people holding on to it. My arms are getting tired. My thumb hurts. It's all cramped.
Intermission. Okay, intermission. Take a break, guys.
No,
Go ahead.
it was like there was a movie that was okay. I guess it didn't really do very well, so it wasn't okay. And then the more
which movie?
recent version, more recent movie.
Okay, that one I have, which is actually quite fun. I like that.
It's cute, but it's a slightly different story.
So long and thanks for all the fish. So sad that it must come to this. They tried to warn you all, but oh dear. All right, so I don't remember the movie that was before that though. It was a TV movie. Actually, it was a British.
Oh, I think it was the TV
was on
show.
BBC.
It was a TV show. That's probably what it was.
It was really bad.
That's it.
It
That's
was
what I'm
really
thinking
bad.
about. But I don't think he's going to do anything more with that series. But some of his other books that he's written are also really good. Like Starship Titanic. It's pretty funny. They made a video game off of that, which was fun to play.
Do you have that book?
I don't anymore. I used to have.
Do you have any of the books that I lent you still?
What? No. What? Yes.
Well, look. Okay, I ran out of diapers, and it was an emergency.
It was an emergency, you know.
And those
Logan had a good run, okay? Let's just say
and those
that.
pages looked awfully absorbent, so we just stapled them all together, and baby is fine.
No, I still have
Plus, you can consider her literate now.
or literate.
That's what I said, literate.
You said illiterate.
No, you can consider her literate now.
Okay. Sounds like illiterate.
Maybe you're illiterate.
I don't know.
You're not. You read zombie books. Okay.
But he's written also a couple of other stories, and they're all really good. I like his style.
What?
But
But of course.
in terms of like comedy, that he's one of my favorites. But I say that a lot. I'm sorry.
He likes butter.
Butter.
He's like butter.
Another genre I like is oh God, I gotta stop saying is fantasy.
Well, um's better.
Yeah. is like the epic fantasy stories.
I can't deal with that.
You gotta get like the right book and the right type of author that writes in the way that you could read, because they
Okay, hold. What does that mean?
fantasy books, like epic fantasy books, are hard to get into. I will grant you that.
Yeah. I
Like,
always thought because they were just
The first half of the book is usually background information on the thousands of characters.
Yes, we get to the last chapter, and here we go for our adventure. And
All right,
please go to the store and buy book number 2.
It's like, it's really hard. Like Lord of the Rings, great. That's an epic fantasy. It's really great books, but really hard to get into to start reading.
Well, I'll tell you,
The Hobbit was easy.
I read The Hobbit when I was in 7th grade or something. We all had to read
It's
The
a
Hobbit.
It's a child's
Had big,
story.
fat, hairy feet. When I first saw the movie Lord of the Rings, I didn't know it was a trilogy. I was like, "Oh, this looks fun. Let's go see this." And this was some guy I was dating at the time. I fell asleep at least 3 times in the movie. It was so damn long.
Were you not aware of the books?
No, I read The Hobbit. I didn't read Lord of the Rings. All right. Okay.
You weren't. No, I'm saying you weren't aware of them.
No, I wasn't aware. Well, I was aware of Lord of the Rings, but I didn't know the movie was going to be a trilogy. I thought the movie was going to be like the whole story.
Oh, are you kidding me? That would have been like
No, I'm not kidding you.
such an abridged version.
Well, I didn't read the books. So how the hell would I know?
Okay.
Can I tell
All right.
my story, please?
No, you can't.
Or it's just going to have to be abridged. Okay. Now,
Abridged.
I'm sorry. I didn't know Lord of the Rings was going to be so titanically long. Oh, this you got to see.
What?
Please do that again with your food.
I can't.
No, he had it was hanging. It was wonderful. I'm glad the skin of the chicken was crispy. Anyhow, so I was sitting there in the theater,
Delicious.
just like, oh god, well look at that fine. I'm sorry, maybe I was just didn't have enough sleep the night before. But then they're on the last scene in the movie was they're like paddling down across this lake to go to someplace.
Mm-hmm.
And tune in next time or whatever the hell they said. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is over? Well, how come they? I thought maybe like, well, this movie's like 3 hours. Maybe they're going to just like run up there and drop the ring in there, and then that'll be the end of the movie.
Well, it's about 12 hours of walking. That's basically.
Pretty much, yeah. It's 12 hours of exercise, and we're going to lose weight the Mordor way.
Oh, Sauron.
Jog, jog, jog.
Exercise
Run in
technique.
fear, run in fear, run in fear. Hide, hide.
Sort of like an extreme Tybo.
Like hide the ring, hide the ring, hide the ring. Oh God. Anyhow, so I was kind of upset that like, I got to see 2 more of these things now. I never saw the other 2 movies. I'm sorry. I know you're upset with me because
I am furious.
well, it's actually people do become furious when other people don't share their joy about something that they think is very important.
God, I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all.
Jim, you're allowed to be my father. I couldn't give a flying fuck what you did at the movies, okay? I know. But
They
suffice it
were
to say,
good.
I know they all die, and the world comes to an end.
Eventually, they all die. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot of
Death.
underlying themes and stuff that people have looked into. Like I'm sure that when Tolkien was writing these stories, that he didn't put all these underlying themes in them.
I'll have 7th graders working for years on these things.
But pretty much, I mean, there's like a really thick book that I took a look at once.
He picked up, looked at it. Boom.
Nope.
No.
It was basically all on the theory of the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, does that author have nothing better to do? Does he have a job?
That's probably his job.
So somebody has a lot of faith in him to write a book that's worthy of paying him enough to live without actually working. Well, while writing this book, like paying rent or mortgage or something.
Right. I don't know.
Well, that'll be you and me when Lance Lilly hits the airwaves and becomes a huge success.
Hopefully really soon.
Maybe tomorrow, Mr. Rodriguez, if you please. Oh, actually, I wasn't on camera then, so what the hell was I doing that for? Mr. Rodriguez, if you please. He's
exactly what it looked
he's our
like.
producer, so let's hope he is able to help us produce something. Because but I don't want to get if we end up having to go to Hollywood, I don't want to get involved with the big parties and the cocaine and
Well, you just say no.
and Lindsay Lohan and all that
mean-
kind of crap.
I mean, how influenced are you by peer pressure?
2 comedy TV writers, one young, one old, and gay, we're seen with Lindsay Lohan running from the police.
Like, how
No.
would that come about? I mean, I just imagine the.
I think she's required to be at any Hollywood party where the paparazzi are going to be there.
Probably. I don't know. No,
Like if you were at a Hollywood party, like if you and I were to get there and throw a Hollywood party, we'd have to call her and get Lindsay Lohan to come over, so there'd be paparazzi. 'Cause they follow
Probably
her.
because we'd be unimportant.
You're like, who are you guys again? This chick better not bounce. By the way, I stole your TV. Bye. La, 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 la.
Okay,
Oh,
I don't
she
know
hit
if
my
Lindsay
tree.
Lohan- well, that would be okay. But
That would be normal.
that'd be normal, but I don't know if she'd steal our TV.
What do you mean RTV? It's
from
my TV.
what I your TV.
This is 80% mine, you
I
know.
don't know. But from what I heard, I think she's doing better
Better than what?
than she's been. Like, I don't think she's doing
She's been pretty horrible.
as much drugs. Earthquake. Mini earthquake.
There was an earthquake.
Oh, I heard.
3.0 on the Richter scale the other day.
Something just shook a little bit.
A friend of mine, Glennon, actually, said it rattled his windows.
Was it like early in the morning?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Something like that? Because I heard about it this morning on the radio.
Yeah, it was. It's because of their drilling, I guess. I don't know what it's for, but I thought, like, earthquakes. We were in an earthquake-free zone. I mean, we have, tornadoes and killer hail and Benny Hinn Ministries. Would you let me know when you're going to do that again, so I can have the camera on you?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just disgustingly gross. But at least you know when tornadoes, hail, and Benny Hinn are coming at you. Earthquakes kind of sneak up on you.
So do tornadoes.
They don't. How can a tornado sneak up on you?
Oh, look. The sky's getting really dark. Oh, God!
Oh, Jesus!
Like, if it started, like, right on top of you, you wouldn't know.
If you lived in the wilderness without any tornado sirens, yeah, or without a radio, or I don't know, any common sense.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, if it's stormy and getting really dark and the clouds are really ominous, you go inside. I don't actually. I go outside and look at it.
Like all white people do. What's that? Let's go check it out.
That's a good Eddie Murphy bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but this is about the time in the 70s when the Amityville Horror, the movie, the first one, the good one, came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the bit. I'm going to paraphrase, but white people are like, what's going on there? Like, what's in the closet? That kind of thing. And black people like in the house, they walk in the house, get out. Well, I'm out of here, and I'm
Sorry.
not in this house.
Oh, this is a nice little house. Get out. I thought it's time for us to go.
All right, let's take a quick look at the news.
Looking at the news. Time for all the news. Gonna look at all that effed up news.
What the hell is that from?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Just stop embarrassing me. All right. Well, don't do that. I don't know what you were doing, but you were just annoying. Okay. Well, damn reflective glasses. Bzz. Okay. Well, we have here Los Angeles native Mikhail Raffanelli has the world's largest hips. She's a 39-year-old, 420-pound woman. I'm going to put a picture up here. Isn't that lovely? you really got to come over here and look at this. Try not to tangle everything up.
Tangle everything up. Gotcha. Oh, damn.
Yes.
Baby got back.
Yeah, standing at 5'4" with an 8-foot circumference, which, according to the Huffington Post information from the World Record Academy, sets the new world record for the world's largest hips. I just...
Damn.
Yeah, this is just incredible. Now, I'm sure she's very nice. And she's probably a wonderful dancer.
She have a beeper on that thing?
But
Beep,
it really looks
beep,
like she's smuggling,
beep.
like, several sides of beef.
Several small midgets in her rumpus.
I mean, there's got to... she says that it's her... it's family. I mean, her family says that... her family has been curvy. Like, it's hereditary.
I'm sure that's fried chicken.
That is one of the most bigoted things ever said on this show and this station. Thank you very much. That's not. It's pork rinds. God.
My bad.
You gotta be.
Pork
You gotta be a little
chitlins.
more sensitive. No, actually, she says it's children. She eats children. No, she's had children, and every child has made her bigger. But I think
Like it's coming out her butt.
if you look at this picture, the children are still in there.
It's like a Stargate, except one side's closed.
That's terribly mean. And I don't want you to ever say that again.
On air.
Wait, I lost. Let me find the other picture. Hold on a second. There is a video. If you go to, here we go.
Sit down in chairs without arms.
I saw her in the video trying to get up into her car, and also getting into her shower. She's got a shower that it's a tub with a sliding glass door. She can't stand in there and face the shower because she can't fit. She has to stand sideways, apparently.
And then get out and turn around to get the other side.
Oh my God! I didn't think of that. Oh my God! You're right. She wouldn't be able to turn around in there.
If you can't face the shower,
I didn't think of that.
unless she has unless it's one of those shower heads that you could pull off and do a round.
It's tied to an end of. She'd have to have it tied to an end of a stick, literally, so she could. Look into that. But anyway, she is lovely. She's very. She seems very nice. She sounds very nice. But it's just pretty creepy. All right, I don't have a picture of this chick here, but it's a good story.
Okay.
Well, the headline was, "What happens in Tijuana stays in Tijuana," right? Well, unless you're Samantha Cardilla. Or Cardilla. I'll say Cardilla. Sounds like armadillo. Cardilla and a companion, James Perry, were arrested January 15th after a drug-sniffing dog at the U.S.-Mexico border alerted to a narcotic odor in the woman's groin area. Dun, dun, dun. What's going on in that vagina? According to a statement of probable cause, the 22-year-old Pennsylvania woman twice denied that she was bringing anything back from Mexico. Except, maybe bacterial infection from the water. I don't know.
Right.
But despite those denials, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents determined that Cardilla had a condom filled with 100 grams of cocaine.
Another mini quake.
There is actually a swarm of killer bees outside my house, which is creating that buzzing noise, worth several $1,000s. The cocaine, not the killer bees, within her vaginal cavity. Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, cavity.
Yeah. According to the Smokin Gun, Cardilla admitted to smuggling the drugs after her arrest. Authorities searched her mobile phone and found texts. This is the good part. And found texts, including one to an unknown person that says, "I'm smuggling cocaine and heroin in my coochie." Authorities said they only found cocaine in her coochie. And send Cardilla's text an instant classic.
Just imagine if that condom ruptured. She'd absorb that into her bloodstream.
She'd be dead. Well, I've never done cocaine. I don't know how much you can do.
A lot,
Especially through the vagina, since I don't have a vagina.
I don't know. I don't know how the absorption
It's-
rate in the vagina is, but
Well, actually,
you could do a lot before you die, depending on how good your heart is.
Okay, Jezebel, on the other hand, which I guess is some kind of web site thing, used Cardilla as a sort of cautionary tale for other would-be felons. Don't write the details of your unsavory transactions anywhere, whether it be in your diary or Gmail. Locks can be picked, email can be hacked. Nowhere is safe, especially your coochie.
Nope.
Actually, this isn't the first time that a woman has tried to hide drugs inside her body either. In October, a Philadelphia woman tried to stash 36 vials of crack cocaine in her vagina.
What? Vials?
Vials.
But like
A vial is what? Like this big?
I
don't
maybe
know.
I don't know. Like depends on the type
And
of
a vagina
vial.
is what? Like this big?
That's actually really big.
I don't know.
I know you've never seen one.
Actually, she tried to stash some crack in her vagina after an alleged drug deal backfired. In December, Spanish authorities arrested a woman with what turned out to be 3 pounds of cocaine implanted in her breasts.
That's going to the extreme.
Implanted? Yeah, I mean, that's like...
That's a drug mule right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's an animal. Oh, absolutely. Now, let's go to...
Speaking of mules.
Let's see. Do I have my... No, I try to put everything in order here. Do I have it? Nothing. Do I have it in order? God damn it. Well, we're going to skip this guy. We're going to go to the pooping masturbator. This is a good story.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. No, wait a minute. Here we go. This guy. This guy is a traffic violation by Ray Woods, whom you're looking at right now. 23. Caught the attention of Pennsylvania police, who then discovered Woods was packing something quite large.
What was he packing?
He was packing 89 bags of heroin and cocaine tied to his penis.
I'm sorry, 80 what?
89 bags.
89?
89 bags of heroin and cocaine tied to his penis. Which would have made his penis about...
This freaking big.
Tall. Yeah, and it's... Of
I
course,
couldn't
when they
have
say
been-
bag, it's like you can figure, is it a hefty bag or is it like a little tiny...
I assume it's a little tiny
Little
bag,
nickel bag.
but still, that's a lot of bags.
to tie to your penis? Why not just tie it around your waist?
Because
Anybody out there with the answer for that, call us at 972... what's the number? 607
Yep.
4029.
Yep.
972 607 4029. And answer this question if you can. If you had 89 bags of heroin or whatever the hell it was, yeah, heroin and cocaine, why tie it to your penis instead of just tie it around your waist?
because that would have made sense.
I don't know. There's got to be some kind of schooling for these guys. They're not going to. Yeah, cocaine trafficker school. Okay, well, in Florida, there are violent people, naked people, poopers, and masturbators. But rarely is one man the total package. This is from the news. When Tony and LaDonna Land discovered naked carnival worker Gregory Matthew Bruni on the roof. There's his picture. The night had just begun. This is fun. Bruni, 21, allegedly assaulted Tony Land, trashed the couple's North Fort Myers home, and then defecated and masturbated inside the house. WTSP reports. The Lands told police they were in their bedroom at around 7 p.m. Monday when they heard a noise that sounded like thunder, according to Fox 4 Now. Tony went outside and says he saw Bruni on top of his wife. No, on top of the roof, completely naked. Bruni allegedly jumped down on top of Land, ABC 7 reported, and knocked him over by hitting him on the shoulder. The Land said Bruni ran into the house, pulled a big screen TV off the wall, and spilled the contents of a vacuum onto the floor. Around this time, LaDonna grabbed a gun and began firing at the nude intruder. She missed.
Oh.
And the couple called 911. I don't know who the hell he is. He's naked, and he ran into my damn house. Tony could be heard saying on the recording. The accent and voice was my doing.
Made up, right.
I made it up. The Lands told authorities that after shots were fired, Bruni began whacking the mole. How charming.
Get back down there.
They apparently had a carnival whack-a-mole game in their house.
Which is cool.
In their living room before heading into their son's bedroom to rub some clothing on his face.
It just gets better and better.
When deputies arrived, they attempted to control Bruni, who they say was wildly flailing around and speaking nonsensically. Sounds like Rush Limbaugh. They also discovered that Bruni had defecated on the floor in 2 spots within the home.
He must have been on some sort of non-medicated medicine.
You'd think so.
I think so.
Maybe that the guy was just really fucked up on something. At some point during the ruckus, investigators say, Bruni sucked up the contents of the vacuum and spit it back out.
I'm gonna go take a shit now.
Bruni was taken into custody and transported to a hospital for evaluation, where doctors reportedly told deputies they planned to conduct tests to determine what Bruni was on. He has been charged with criminal mischief, battery, occupied burglary, and resisting arrest without violence. All right.
Well, I guess that's a lesser charge than.
Here he is. Hey, Bruni. Like to poop. Like to poop in strange places.
Is he a good-looking guy? Look like a normal person?
No, he doesn't look like a normal person. No, he doesn't look abnormal. He looks like right now he's kind of like looking to the left, and I don't know, like he's listening to his father lecture him or something. That's what the picture looks like to me. We're going to do one more little report here, then we're going to take a little break. All right, this boulder crash.
Okay.
It went into
a boulder crash, like
boulder,
it
like a rock
like flying and it crashed.
You want to come over here? Look at this. It's cool. It's this boulder crashed into these people's house, and it's a mess. It's a big fat mess.
Ooh. I would not want to wake up to that.
Well, the boulder estimated to be 12 feet long, 9 feet high, and 9 feet thick. I suppose I should have said wide. I don't know why this is thick.
It's gonna be
rolled through Wanda. Why do they have names like that? Wanda, LaDon. I mean, they don't have names like Betty or Margaret or Sue. Well, it's in Utah, so what the hell? Wanda Denalter's bedroom, pushing the bed and other furniture more than 4 feet. I mean, it doesn't look. I mean, okay, it went through the wall. It didn't look like it rolled through the house or anything. I mean, it's hit the wall. Yeah, okay, fine. You got a rock in your house. The 63-year-old woman's injuries could have been worse, according to her husband, Scott Denalter, who spent the night at his son's home. I can't sleep with my wife and that rock in here at the same time.
I knew she was cheating on me. Just waiting for the
damn
for the evidence to come rolling in.
I guess you heard the rumbling as it came down the hill and woke up.
Well, that's pretty good.
The 62-year-old man told the paper. She rolled away from the oncoming noise to my side of the bed. If she had decided to swing her legs over the side of the bed and to get him and investigate, it would have killed her. So if she was looking at me, she rolled over to his. He was sleeping at his son's house because I don't know why. Maybe he didn't. Maybe she had bad breath or something, or she snored, and who knows?
Probably just visiting.
And I said, okay, I guess so. Well, maybe he went over to his son's house, and he's oldest. It was too late to drive home. Let Dad sleep here tonight. Besides, I set that rock up so it would kill your wife.
Damn, her phenomenal hearing.
I tried to take the batteries out of the hearing aid, but I couldn't get the damn thing open.
After 40 years, I was hoping I'd get rid of that woman.
Well, despite the injuries, Wanda stumbled over to a phone and called 911.
That's a rock. It invaded my home. Get the police out here. Shoot it.
Ma'am, that's just music. Rock and roll cannot hurt you. Turn down the radio. Well, I feel a bit guilty I wasn't there, Scott Denalter told the St. George Spectrum.
Because then she would have died.
Because I could have watched it get hurt, and I would have liked that now. The Denalters moved into the home a month ago, despite Scott's fears that a big rock from a boulder-laden ridge looming above the backyard could one day loosen and come tumbling down upon them.
I knew this exact thing would happen.
Well, Wanda poo-pooed that notion. Oh, poo-poo. That's not going to happen.
Sure, it was exactly like that.
In addition to her broken jaw and sternum, the skin on one side of one of Wanda's legs was ripped open. She's very lucky, her husband said. I wish I was so lucky to have my bones broken and my skin ripped open by a rock.
I mean, she could have died. If you look at it on the other side of the coin.
If she had gotten out of the other side of the bed, that's what he said. She'd roll over to his side when she heard the noise. I don't know what clued her into the fact that it wasn't really thunder. It was a tumbling boulder hurtling toward her.
It could have been just one of those things that they had been talking about it for so long, like a month, the whole month that they've been living there.
If that thing comes rolling down here, it's going to come down like thunder. You roll over my side of the bed. You hear?
I mean, it could have happened like that, and she woke up, and that's the first thing she thought.
Of course, he could have been. He could have said he was at his son's house spending the night.
He could have been.
He said he's up on the cliff. You know, on the boulder. I'll teach her to sleep on the wrong side of the bed. Take that, Wanda. I'm kidding. That didn't happen.
As far as we know.
Did it? All right, we're gonna take a little break here.
Awesome.
All right, break your poo time. Let's do some Stray Cats. Back in a few minutes here with Smokin Jim on the Smokin Jim Show with Dizzle. 8:02 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the Big P, Plano, Texas, on the 23rd of January, 2013. And you're going to eat every single bite off that plate, mister. You're not getting up. Back in a minute. Back in another minute. There. All right. See, the problem here is that Dizzle is cuddling my pussy. The problem here is that Dizzle is... Yeah, thanks.
Took care of that.
Thank you.
Sorry.
My big boy Eddie, for some odd reason, is in love with Dizzle. I think it's maybe because Dizzle has as much hair.
I think someone's jealous. Jim.
No, I'm not jealous. I'm not vain.
I can,
and I don't want to look like Scooby-Doo or like Shaggy.
I will I'll shave it off. I'll make a little wig for you, or a toupee or something.
I don't want to look like Shaggy from... Actually, they have a last name, and I can't think of it. It's Fred Jones and Daphne and Shaggy are brother and sister. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, they are brother and sister. Anyhow, so I was warning Mr. Know Everything here that Eddie, who would look like he was about to, like, he was getting cuddly, but he was getting kind of he was pawing and nibbling, said he's going to bite and he's going to scratch, but he's only playing. Well, I know that. I know cats. I know that. Okay, listen, I know you, maybe you may well know that, but if he draws blood, I am not taking responsibility, and I'm not going to be to blame, because I warned you, he is going to slice at you. And off.
Fine.
Fingers. He just lost. He just lost his finger.
It's fine. Ah, it's just a little blood.
Damn this cat! And the cat's. All right.
Yes, Mr. Bond.
He's a good boy. Yes, Mr. Bond.
No,
Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
I'm just petting the cat like an evil villain. Yes.
Oh, well, Glenn's on there. Thank you, Glenn, for joining us back here on the Smokin Jim Show. It's awfully nice to have regular guests.
Who occasionally watch.
Who occasionally come in and watch, yeah. Why is this bitch still on my... It's supposed to be me on there, not her.
Big booty woman?
Yeah, why is she still on the screen here? Let me have to just refresh this here. Because, I don't want to be... Like, it sounds like I'm talking out of her ass. It looks like I'm talking out of her ass because... Wah, 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 wah. All right.
Help me! It's dark in here. Echo, echo, echo.
Oh my God! Look, it's Amelia Earhart. She's in here too. All right, now. I've got another story here for you. Let's see what we got going on. First of all, anybody wants to call in, please feel free. You can, and it is free. Unless you live, like, I don't know, maybe in Asia or something. It might cost you just a couple of bucks, but it's 972. What?
972
607. I know. 972 607 4029. That's the number to get you right into the station here, right to the Smokin Jim desk, at which I am sitting. You can do it. I know you can do it. You got a pen. 972 607 4029. I've said it enough that I should be able to. You should know it by now by heart, everybody out there.
We dare you.
Right? I'm all a bunch of dicks, all of you. All right, now. Oh, shit. I got the wrong button here. Okay, now, here we go. We did the drugs tied to penis story. We did the pooping and the masturbating story.
Yes.
Did the boulder story. Now, here's a cleaning fairy story.
Hooray.
Okay, this nut job. Susan Warren has had another dust up with the law. Da-da-da-da-da-da. She's a 53-year-old and known by local media as the cleaning fairy. Apparently, she's been doing this a lot. She was arrested on Tuesday in Elyria. 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 She was arrested in Ohio.
Okay, let's go with that.
After someone reported that a woman was shoveling a stranger's driveway without permission. Now, how did this person know this was a stranger? Anyway, according to Fox 19, all these stories end up on Fox somehow.
Fox because that's the entertainment news.
Well, I think that's the only thing that they can report that they're actually not lying about. Ba-doom. Right. In November, Warren pleaded guilty to burglary after she was accused of breaking into a home west of Cleveland, cleaning it, and leaving a bill for $75. Which is not bad. I mean, my cleaning lady charges me $100 to clean my house, and she can Susan can come over here and clean mine for $75. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, you'd be saving $25.
I'll give her a key to the break in. Apparently, it didn't say she stole anything. I'll just give her a key.
It's kind of a weird crime to do.
I've heard of crimes of people breaking into houses and rearranging furniture.
Well, that's usually that they know that person. And they're just...
and usually they're gay.
They're fucking with them. I wasn't going to say
Or
gay.
baking brownies. I've heard one of the where they broke into a house and they baked brownies and left. Oh, Margaret's on the air. Hello, Margaret. Good to have you here. Let me just type, hello, Margaret.
Margaret.
Oh, God, Blint. Okay, Margaret, I can't type hello because I got to type back in there again, get back into the room, so just the hell with it. Hello, Margaret. Good to see you again. Anyway, when cops questioned her on Tuesday, they discovered she had a warrant out for her arrest stemming from an attempted burglary charge. Maybe she was trying to steal cleaning tools. I don't know, like bleach, Windex.
I mean, that would make sense.
I suppose. I mean, if you were a cleaning freak like that, I guess you'd want to have a lot of rags and buckets and mops and stuff. The Fox 19 spoke to her son, who said he had no idea why his mom decided to shovel a stranger's driveway. I mean, I would like, hell, let her fucking shovel it. Be my guest, honey. You know, just don't try to get into my house.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that people don't want is someone unknowingly in their house.
Oh, come on, don't be big babies.
Well, like you pay a maid to clean your house because you know they're gonna be there. You know they're there. You want them to be there to clean your house. No one knew that she was going to be there. And all of a sudden, my house smells like Pine Sol, and there's a bill here. I think she used my Pine Sol.
All right. So, anyway, if you're in Ohio, look out for this chick, okay? What the hell's her name? Warren?
Well, I think she's been arrested.
So, well, she's not going to be. I mean, how could she stay arrested for shoveling somebody's driveway?
I think for the attempted burglary charge.
Oh. Well, that's a good point.
And
she's 53. What are they going to do?
Probably the numerous breaking and entering charges.
Nah, it's just all. It's nothing proven. Okay, this is a good one. All right. Here we go with this young man here. Not bad looking, handsome guy. Though he has kind of a scary something behind his eyes. That's because he was a Florida man convicted of engaging in sexual activity with a miniature donkey.
Woo! Like a little ass? He just wanted a little ass.
Oh, God almighty. If there's only some way I could just click off your microphone from here.
Nope.
But I can't. Oh, God bless America. Nice one, Dizzle.
Thank you.
Margaret.
Thank you, Margaret.
All righty. Now, let's see. Carlos Romero, which if anybody, at least my age, knows that name, it's from Margaret what show? With Sally Field? I'll let you answer. I'll give you time to answer. Carlos Romero was out on probation Thursday when he was arrested for allegedly stealing 16 train batteries. Now,
what?
16 train batteries. Now,
like model train batteries? Or?
Well, they're valued at $10,888.
Okay, those got to be heavy-ass batteries.
Glenn got it. Glenn, thank you. Flying Nun. Come on, Margaret. Carlos Romero. On the, what's something, the something a go-go in what the hell was she? Puerto Rico? I was 4. Margaret, it's been on reruns. I was 4. Thank you, Glenn, for paying attention and knowing the Flying Nun. Anyway, let's go back onto the story here. Train batteries. I guess it's a battery that goes in a train.
It's got to be like really big and heavy.
Well, he took 16 of them. I don't know. Anyway, valued at almost $11,000 from the Florida Northern Railroad. So I guess, they're going to big trains. Police said that Romero admitted to taking 4 batteries and bringing them into a recycling company to sell for scrap. They told authorities that he was paid $161.46 for the batteries. I don't really care about that. But he had been arrested on bestiality charges in September. Now, it's none of my business. But, I'm really not into bestiality myself. But if the animal doesn't mind...
Look, we're all just beasts, okay?
We're all animals when you come right. Just because we have opposable thumbs and have a, more of a structured language, doesn't mean that we can't engage in, this is the same argument that they had against interracial relationships, right?
Okay.
There are some people out there going, yeah, he's right. I'm going to go screw my dog. Yeah, I'm not right. I'm kidding. Look at this. Do you want to look like that? Do you want to be this guy? Hell no.
don't know
Yes,
how-
Margaret, I know. I don't know if the animal was really enjoying it. You know,
Well, I mean, they're not complaining.
the animal didn't bite. I would assume the animal was fine. All right, but anyway, he was arrested on bestiality charges in September, pleaded guilty in December as part of a plea deal, and was sentenced to 1 year probation and a $200 fine. Since his release, he had been living in his pickup truck or in the woods and eating food from dumpsters. Now, if he was good with animals, you could have probably trained the squirrels to bring him nuts and berries and things. I mean, like Willard did it with the rats. You'd think that he could train a squirrel to bring him some food, right?
Well, I don't know if you'd be able to sexually assault a squirrel. I mean, you would.
That's why you wrap them in duct tape
You'd have to think that
so they don't explode.
he'd be doing favors or something. All right, you get me these nuts.
Okay, Squeezle.
All right, you get me those nuts, and I'll give you these nuts.
You know what? You've thought about this way too long.
No, I haven't. It's
Apparently you
right off
have,
the top
because that
of
was
my
a
head.
really good comeback, and that was thought of before.
No.
Actually, he's looking out your window like, look at those squirrels. Aren't they jumpy and playful
What's
and
these
furry
nuts?
and they're happy and
so
they're
soft.
and they're so furry and
they're
soft
probably
and,
warm.
and they're nearby. And I go, oh, what am I doing?
Oh God! Why is my hand in my pants?
Hi, dear. Let's have another baby, quick. Anyway, he apparently stole the batteries and sold the batteries because he needed cash to pay for his truck's insurance. Well, you know, at least he's not all screwed up. I mean, he is abiding by the law.
In one
way or another, yeah. His plea deal also required him to give up his donkey. No!
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 No.
Muriel! And avoid any contact with children at a school or playground. Didn't say shopping mall, did it?
Oh, good point.
Or petting zoos. You guys better be careful out there. You got to be really specific with guys like this.
Goat? What's that man doing that goat?
And
Mom?
avoid unsupervised contact with animals. So does that mean that he's like, it's just, you know, like, I'm going to go for a walk in the woods. There's Agent, you know, Smith behind him, like, don't touch that. Don't look at that squirrel. Leave that bunny alone. Romero and his attorneys had initially rejected the plea deal, arguing that Florida's anti-bestiality law was in violation of the U.S. Constitution.
What?
Apparently, his lawyers think that he has a legal right to violate animals like holes.
What?
What? Exactly.
How?
Well,
what is their logic in that? Like what?
There is not. Lawyers don't have to have logic. They only have to have paperwork.
That's right.
Now, he also waxed poetic about his preference for animals over humans. There is something about this.
It's fine. Whatever.
Explaining that critters do not seek other pleasures, and their feelings are 100% honest, as opposed to promiscuous humans who stab you in the back, give you diseases, and lie to you.
Listen, if you want to have sex with another animal and you feel that way, go have sex with dolphins, because dolphins are like the only other creature on Earth that has sex for pleasure.
That's not true.
Well,
Dogs do. Horses do.
mostly
Goats,
it's
actually,
for
there's been
reproduction. Okay,
There
last time I
is
checked.
evidence that it's possible that a lot of animals actually do it for pleasure.
Last time I checked.
Who do you check with?
I mean, just
Animals?
things I heard. Yeah. And how do you feel?
Are you liking this?
Yes. But
Or, of course, there's the old standby.
just tell them to go and fondle a male dolphin, because their penis will wrap around the female dolphin, and then insert, and they ejaculate at like 60 miles an hour.
Wow. That could really hurt.
It could. And
It's
apparently,
like getting hit by a bullet train.
or some sort of bullet.
A very hot bullet train.
And from what I've read by scientists is that the vagina of the female dolphin, the vaginal walls will like move and
Hide
vibrate.
many vials of cocaine.
Hide many vials of cocaine, but they'll move and vibrate really quickly, so that they don't because dolphins can't really do that thrusting motion while they're trying to swim. So they just like stick it in it, and
suppose, yeah.
the female does all the work.
As it should be.
As it should be. No wonder you don't have a woman.
I don't want a woman like Margaret. Margaret right now, I could just smell the steam from her fingers as she's typing something about what I just said. Damn you, Jim! How dare you? All right, so I got to get back to this chat room in a minute, see what Margaret has to say about that one. Well, all right. You know, frankly, I have had a lot of animals in my life. Not had a lot of animals in my life, but I've.
Jim, you sly dog.
I mean, like I rode a horse. Well, not rode the horse. But I was on his back, not, I was sitting on his back. I saddled him.
Let's just go on.
I was jumping I was jumping jumps on the horse, fences and stuff. See, I bet you this guy was just misinterpreted.
Well, how misinterpreted can you be when you're caught with inside?
A donkey. Yeah, when you're caught with your dick in a donkey.
It's like, hey, just give me a minute, let me finish, okay?
We got to be able to attach that like on a T-shirt or something. It's it's not any worse than getting caught with your dick in a donkey. All right, let's go to another animal lover. Florida is full of weird people. Actually, this guy's from South Carolina. He looks sad. He looks sad because his horse was taken away.
Oh,
because he had twice pleaded guilty to having sex with his horse. Oh, God. He's been released from prison and put on probation under the condition that he keep his distance from the horse. Now, what if the horse walked up to him?
Right.
Is he required to run away, the man?
I don't know.
Okay, Rodell Vereen, pictured in this file photo, looking very sad. Where's my horse? Was released from prison after serving 16 months. So lock up your horses, folks.
He's going to get them.
It's true. Like, if you have a horse and my horse wasn't really my horse, but I rode him all the time, and he liked me, and he always came up to me and like blew in my face with his big fat nose.
Probably because you were going to give him something like an apple or, rub his mane. I don't know what you do with horses.
Yeah, you're just waiting to see. Yeah.
No. They're
I fed him is what I did.
They're like any animal. If you're nice to them and they know that they can get something, they're going to come up to you.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I mean, my fish. I have a pet fish who really, really likes. I mean, he comes right up to me. Of course, he's in the tank. But if he could get out of the tank, I know he would follow me around the room because it's food. I feed him, but I rub his belly. And if you ever have a pet fish that you can rub his belly, it's interesting. You've seen him, haven't you?
You want to have sex with that fish, don't you?
No, he's this big. What am I going to put my dick in? Yeah, you're such a pig.
Well, it's a puffer fish, right? It'll get bigger.
Not the orifices. Just yeah, plus he's got really big, sharp teeth. You don't want to play with him like that. But you've seen him.
Out.
You came in the restaurant once. You saw the puffer fish. He's bigger now.
Really?
He's a big fish. They call him fatty. Not because he's... Looks like Aunt Margaret. All right. Well, we're going to take another little break here because I promised we would. Lucky people. So we're going to take a little break, and I'm going to play a couple of songs. Let's see. How about some Rod Stewart? And after that, we'll come back, do a little more show, and finish up. We got some other fun new things. How about a big, fat buttock enhancement procedure?
Ooh.
Ooh. So... Maddie's talking to us. All right, stay with us here. Hi. Well, guess what? We're back. I'm sorry. Brad wanted to come back on the air. So anyhow, say hello, Brad.
Hello, I'm Dizzle.
Oops. Can't tell them apart. They're twin brothers.
Yep.
All right, that's Dizzle. Fuck, whatever. Sorry, guys. All right, now this story I didn't really get much of a chance to read. You Dizzle actually pointed it out to me.
Yeah, I read it.
I thought it was a woman. Nope, it's not. Okay, so
Very ugly man.
it's a very ugly man with a misshapen face, which is probably not his fault. You know, you shouldn't just look at a person and say, "Oh, look at that misshapen face. He's hideous." You know, unless you're like, editor for Glamour magazine or something.
Right.
But anyway, doing buttock enhancements procedures without a license is bad. No
What?
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Oh, that's a horrible pun.
Asinine. Authorities in Palm Beach, Florida, are hoping to nip that terrible trend in the bud. I didn't know there was a trend of, unlicensed buttocks enhancements. By arresting Calvin E. Butler, also known as that's why, also known as Tamika Butler. Apparently, he likes to be Tamika.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that because I don't think they go into detail on that.
Well, obviously, he likes to be. Looking at his picture. Here we go. Yeah, that's a woman. That's a manly woman or a womanly man. For allegedly injecting silicone into his patients' butts in a West Palm Beach motel and closing the wounds with crazy glue. The Miami New Times reported. Now, crazy glue was actually invented by the Army, or for the Army, to close wounds.
Mm-hmm. So there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you can close skin. I mean, it bonds skin instantly. You can close wounds with crazy glue. It's okay. But I wouldn't like to be putting silicone into somebody's butt and then closing the wound. That's just illegal.
Right.
2 victims, a male and a male and a okay, now you know what? I don't know. I mean, would you want to have your butt injected with silicone? I mean,
no.
As a man. I mean,
Even if I had pancake butt, which I don't. If I had pancake butt, I wouldn't.
I never noticed.
I wouldn't care. Because I'm a guy.
Ah, I see. You're a heterosexual. In other
Yeah.
words. Okay, 2 victims, a male and a female, were admitted to local hospitals with severe infection, pain, bleeding, oozing wounds, and disfigurement. I would imagine there's disfigurement when there's... You're on camera, you know that, right?
Totally fine.
Here he is again. Her, he, she, whatever.
It.
The woman whose name has not yet been made public told sheriff's deputies that Butler had to remove her clothes from the waist down so the suspect could inject silicone into her buttocks with a syringe. Butler would then mark areas that needed more fullness with a felt tip pen, and then after wiping away any blood or other fluids, would apply crazy glue to the incisions. Ah, wow. Butler reportedly charged $200 per injection, which he performed without any gloves or protective clothing.
I guess that's really cheap. When it's like $10,000 for something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you hear of things like, back alley abortions, and that's why, abortion rights should be recognized, because otherwise people are going to get butchered.
Right.
So, butt injections should be recognized as a necessity.
Well, this person was doing it in a, like
Motel.
a hotel or motel. What's it called? It's great. It's great. It's like a L something. It's on there. Scan for it. It's
I thought you were joking.
no. The name of the hotel is on there.
Well, let's see. Take a look at my paperwork here.
It's like L something.
The suspect was arrested January 18th and charged with 2 counts of unlicensed practice of healthcare profession, causing serious bodily harm, placed on $15,000 bond. Let's see. Botched butt injections seem to be a trend in South Florida. Whether people are doing it on purpose, I don't know.
Well,
My butt looked like an orangutan.
I mean, things can go wrong even professionally.
Exactly.
Sometimes it melts.
Yeah.
Silicone gets hot, and
Well, you'd think you'd use like silicone, like in a package, like encased in a
sometimes.
so it doesn't like run.
If it's professional.
Yeah, if it's professional. Okay. According to NBCMiami.com, which reported that 2 other cases of illegal injections on the butt have occurred in the last 18 months. I'm afraid it doesn't say anything about the hotel. The motel.
Well, the one I read, it was like L something Spanish. It was something in Spanish, but it sounded really, really seedy to begin with.
Well, we have kind of a request here.
I'm not going to shave or cut my hair anymore.
No. Although it would be kind of nice to have a bet whether you and I like shave our heads or something. Not that would mean the same to me. Margaret looking at the picture like, oh, yikes, she has injected the same crap into her face. Oh, I won't make him uncomfortable, Margaret. It's Dizzle. He's not uncomfortable. But Margaret would like you to stand up.
To see my butt?
I don't know. I guess so. I see something about the pancake butt. I can see you from the neck down now. So
okay. Like how
turn your look at your butt.
That's my butt. It's not exactly flat. I mean, there's not a lot there, but you know, it's.
Well, you're thin. You're a thin person. You weigh about what, 75 pounds altogether?
No.
Oh wow,
115.
115.
115, 120.
My leg weighs that.
Okay.
Wow. Oh wow, Dizzle has it going on. Meow.
Thank you.
All right, Margaret, stand down.
Thank you, Margaret.
But all of you make me.
What I had read was this person had he would pour the silicone from it was supposedly a clear liquid from a Pedialyte bottle into a cup, telling the person that it was a sanitized Pedialyte, or not Pedialyte, but sanitized silicone, and then would take the syringes and fill them up and then inject it in there. I think that the liquid was probably just Pedialyte. They just squirted it in there and then, super glued it back up. But, I would not trust this guy in the slightest. I don't even care if it was real silicone. That's...
Keep talking.
It's crazy. Why would you even look at someone like that, who looked like they probably had facial surgery on themselves, in the mirror, and that didn't go well.
No, it did not. It's sad. It's pretty sad.
If I saw this person working on me in a hospital, I would say, nope, get someone else. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're the top of your field. It's sad to say that looks do matter in some fashion.
Now, that is what I was just thinking a second ago, that it does matter what somebody looks like, or how somebody presents themselves. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be an illegal, butt silicone injection doctor, look like a doctor. Right. And not a botched experiment.
Right. I mean, it's sad to say that it comes down to that in reality, but you wouldn't want Quasimodo working on
You can look just like me, master.
Working on your back like a spinal surgeon. Something went
Excuse me,
wrong.
Do you know what you're doing? I did my own work myself.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll just leave now.
No, Lance. Stay, Lance.
Nope. Lance away.
Lance away. Eek. Oh, poor Lance. Always the butt of a joke. No, Margaret was saying that she hasn't weighed close to 115 in 40 years.
So she weighs 105?
So I guess that when she was 7, she weighed 115. I don't know. Is that what you mean, Margaret? I'm kidding, Margaret. Ooh, she's going to get really mad at that. Although I was just joking. God bless you, Dizzle. Jim's a dick. I shouldn't type that part yet. I'm sure.
But it's coming.
It's coming. All right. Well, we have one more story. Woo! Then I guess we'll have to talk about zombies or something.
Yes!
Zombies with silicone butt injections. Well, there's a guy, a Portland, Oregon man, allegedly placed a pen camera, and I really want one of these. A Portland, Oregon man. I want a pen camera on a coworker's desk to spy on her using a breast pump. Here's the man. Now, if you saw this guy sitting anywhere near you, you would automatically just cover yourself up with hide under a rock.
Has he got those creepy eyes?
Oh yeah, come on, look at this. This guy He's like, yeah, looking at her, yeah, she's really hot. She wants me.
Looks like a fat Charlie Sheen.
Okay, that could be it. Although I think it looks more like Emilio Estevez than Charlie. But anyway.
Like if Charlie Sheen gained like 50 pounds
In his face.
in his face.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, yeah, she's really hot. She wants to go out with me. I know she does.
Yeah. Gonna watch her bump those breasts.
And he's kind of like, he thinks like, comments like a la Herb Tarlick. You don't know who that is, do you?
No, I don't.
All right, just I don't know, some kind of disco fool who thinks like, hey, groovy chick, I really dig you, who's going to get some girl to jump into his car, right? Ew, of course. Anyway, and Glenn does agree with you, actually. Yes, Margaret wrote Jim's a dick. Yes, thank you, Margaret. And Margaret was watching an ad. Said freaking ads. Yes, I'm sorry, I can't afford like $900 a month to become a member of Ustream, so you got to put up with the ads. And Glennon does say that agrees that he does look like Charlie Sheen. Actually, he said Charlie Shee, but I'm thinking that he forgot the N.
Sheen, yeah.
Sheen, yeah.
It's fine.
And Margaret had a good point. Why wouldn't you just watch porn online? Which,
it's free. You
And
don't have
plus-
to pay for it anymore.
well, then again, why is a woman pumping her breast at her desk? Unless she's in a private office. Now, I have to look at this to finish this, but article.
Like if it was cubicles, that's private enough, and you can cover yourself up and whatnot. And I
don't know, man. Seriously?
I'm not into women pumping or something around me. Like that doesn't turn me on, but like it doesn't bother me. Like even if the one was sitting there feeding her child.
Well, it doesn't bother me. I've seen women in my restaurant who like have a blanket over their shoulder and like their kids obviously sucking on the breast, and it doesn't bother me. But I do kind of like tend to look away. Like maybe it's I don't think
A
it's
courtesy
embarrassing so much.
thing.
A courtesy perhaps, but I'm like,
Yeah.
oh geez, look at that, and I kind of turn away. But I don't make a stink about it. Like, oh my God, she's got the kid's breast. She got her breast in the kid's mouth. Oh lordy.
You know, like even I don't care if they're the woman's pumping. Obviously it gets full. It starts to hurt.
It's big silly oil pumps.
It's not like she's dragging around a cow pump machine.
Yeah, moo. Oh, moo. Well, you got to pump. All right, so let's finish the article here, which is Russell Kent Gordon, who is a tech specialist at natural resources consulting firm Mason Bruce. Oh, Mason Bruce and, well, this thing isn't written very well. Mason Bruce and, let that part off. Anyway, tech specialist was arrested on Friday for second-degree burglary, an invasion of privacy, after the coworker found the spy pen and notified her supervisor. Gordon was fired the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant Pete Simpson, Portland police spokesman, said the victim found the digital recording pen in a cup on her desk and realized a USB drive was attached to it. Now, when I read that part at first, I was like, you see a pen?
This
Your desk-
giant
it's got this giant thing, like
USB.
a wire coming out of it. Like, that's not an ordinary pen.
Maybe some of those new electric pens.
I better not take my breast out. All right, he pleaded not guilty to all charges in Multnomah. Multnomah? Okay, he pleaded not guilty to all charges in County Circuit Court on Tuesday. His hearing is scheduled for February 6th. I think we should all go.
Why didn't you just ask her?
I know. I was like, she was your wife. She would have said fine. Who knows? Who knows why people do such weird things? But, I'm actually kind of happy we had quite a few kooky stories today and some freaky pictures.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a lot of this, I think. Especially, okay, here comes the big ass again. That thing.
Godzilla!
Godzilla. No, I mean, okay, you've seen those, like, horse costumes with, one in the front, one in the back. I mean, this is that big.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really making fun of her so much. Yes, I am. Okay, I'm making fun of her. I'm poking fun at her. But there's got to be some
Don't
kind of
poke too far, you might not come back.
No, this is seriously tie a rope to around your waist. Board your back so you don't fall in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of stuff. All right, and that's I guess it's male chauvinist, like obnoxiousness. But donk. Thanks, Margaret. Yeah. But it's just plain weird that people would be. Well, I don't know. I mean, to each his own.
I bet she's got a lot of African American males.
Her husband. Okay,
Looking
the
at
picture
that-
here
looking
that
at
you
that
see
going,
right now. That's her husband measuring her big, gigantic hips. 8 feet around. That's as deep as a swimming pool.
Now, that wow.
I guess I don't know what the hell. Who cares really? I mean, who cares that her? It doesn't. I just think it's amazing. I mean, who am I to judge? I mean, I am 6'3" and 300 and something pounds. I'm way overweight here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Margaret got my message today on the phone, Margaret, that it is vertigo. Thank you. Caused by fluid stuck in my head from a cold I had a couple weeks ago, and it's going away. But we've got about 5 minutes left, so Brad can go to his house. I hope he makes it. But here at the studio, Dizzle is here, and damn it!
Do I need to wear a name badge?
I think I was going to say wear a sign around your neck. Let's get the name right.
Hello.
Dizzle is going to tell us about zombies again.
Okay.
You've got
I didn't
5
have
minutes.
I didn't have anything prepared, but
Let me take out this 7-section binder.
encyclopedia. I don't know. What's going on with you, Jim? Anything new?
Nothing. I have
Nothing?
I haven't been attacked by zombies lately.
No.
Although I've had I really couldn't tell you any of these dreams off like remembering them exactly. But for Christmas, I was given by somebody we both know, short fire plug built person, a dream catcher, which I have hanging over my bed. Now I had it hanging pretty much in the middle of the wall, but it has feathers hanging off it.
Did you have to make it yourself?
No, it was already made. Hold on.
Well, those aren't the best ones. The best ones
What?
are. I when I was younger, I had a dream catcher making kit, and I spent probably an entire afternoon putting the damn thing together. It looked like shit, but I was so proud of it.
Most boys are making model planes and trains and
Look,
ships.
someone
and
gave it to me
I
for
got a dream catcher. And then when I'm done, I'm going to play mystery to open the door for my mystery date. You make me sick.
I also had that board game that you had to go to the mall with you and your girlfriends. No, actually, no. It was really good. It's really big. It was very complicated. I also had model airplanes and cars and stuff, but
They were all Barbie stuff.
the Mattel versions of a Corvette, all pink.
With a big daisy on the side. Yeah, that's Dizzle. Yeah.
No, it was.
Right, so you made a dream catcher. Did it work? Did it catch your dreams?
I
You had
don't-
no
I
bad
don't know.
dreams?
Not,
thought-
well, at the time, I do remember I was having this.
Actually, what happened was, sorry for interrupting, but it stopped all the bad dreams, and now you're having them now in real life.
At the time, I did have a one reoccurring dream that I had for a month over and over and over and over again, and then I got this dream catcher, and I don't know if it was just the power of the mind thinking, oh, this is gonna work, placebo effect, and it just stopped. But
What was the dream?
well, I
It's
had
going to be trapped in
I had
an
just
endless
seen
loop of talking.
Jim wouldn't shut the fuck up.
That's
I didn't
everybody's
even know
nightmare.
him at the time.
That's everybody's nightmare.
No, I had just seen a section of Jaws. I've seen Jaws, but only in sections
Oh,
and
for
not
crying
at the
out
same
loud.
time. So I've seen the whole movie.
Would you like to borrow the movie?
No, it's okay. I know how it goes.
That's right. You never give them back. That's right.
Anyway, I had just seen a bit of Jaws at the time. I was 8 or something, and I had a very overactive imagination. But over and over and over again, for a month, I had this dream that it was a bit like Jaws / 2000 Leagues Under the Sea. But I can tell you exactly what it was. I still remember it was so vivid. It started out like a movie. It was underwater in a cave. It was a really long cave, and the camera what I saw would pan across the screen, and you could see like some occasionally gems and stuff in the cave. Shut up, Jim. And as the camera was going by, you could see the submarine that would be going through this underwater cavern. And I remember seeing very fuzzy, vague words, like opening credits almost, like I was watching a movie, but I couldn't read the words. And then and when the submarine got to like the middle of the screen, a dark figure swam across really quickly, and of course scared the shit out of me in my sleepingness. And then the vessel would continue, and then it cut to like, I don't know, midway through the film that I was watching, and it was like the interior of this the submarine, and it was zooming in. It was like this giant place. You could see this one character, which happened to be like me when I'm 45 or something, with like a captain's beard. I guess it was the captain. I don't know, but I knew it was me for some reason. I was running up these stairs, and it was zooming in, and I got to like this top deck, and there was a guy standing there, one of the sailors or people, shipmates or whatever. Didn't have a head. It was just it was gone. But instead there was a bloody stump on his neck. Blood was squirting out, and you could hear him almost screaming through the gurgling of the blood. It was like, it was just like standing there. Well, it sounds funny now.
I know. You're terrified, but I'm hysterical.
But at the same time, it was like an open hatch, and then another person had his head. He stuck his head down like he was talking to someone. You could just see him from like his shoulders up, and he was saying, "Captain, I'm sorry, something really bad has happened." And then he just fell, and it was just from his like belly button up was all that was left of him. It was the rest of him had been eaten.
So wait. So there was like a land shark running around the ship.
It happened to be a giant squid.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Yeah.
For some reason, I saw Jaws, and I thought 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Okay.
In my dream, but and then later on it went to the end of the film, as it were, and there was like a bunch of people battling this giant squid that was just ripping people apart, and the submarine was being dragged under. That's when I would wake up, and I'd be going, I would be scared to death.
Have you seen 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
I have not.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got it. You want to see it?
Eventually.
All right.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I had the exact same dream over and over and over again for a month.
Cool. Maybe it was like some kind of insidious laser advertising being beamed into your brain about going to see movies.
Maybe.
You know, that could be kind of cool.
I was 8, though.
So they had laser beams then.
I'm sure they weren't as technologically advanced as we have.
When you were 8, it was like the
laser
90s
beams.
when you were 8.
Yeah?
I mean, like when I was 8, TV was so black and white, for Christ's sake.
TV?
This TV. What is this TV you speak of?
TV.
This TV.
TV.
This bunch you called Brady? Who are they? Uh-huh.
No bathroom. No toilet. They must be aliens.
They were immaculate. They had no toilet in the bathroom. Plus, they did have 3 bathrooms, though. Alice must have had her own bathroom downstairs. They must have had a bathroom downstairs. I mean, the house was huge.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't really huge. All right. Well, you know what's going on right now? It's time for the end of the show. Because it's after 9 o'clock. Dizzle's got to go home because he's got to work tomorrow in the squid factory.
Sorry, ladies. Ladies.
Yes, you can see you can hear a collective moan.
Oh.
Like a oh.
Oh.
Okay, Eddie, for some reason, is looking longingly at Dizzle like, oh, he's going to go.
Meow, 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 meow,
I want to
meow,
go with
meow,
him.
meow.
Well, you're not going to go with him, Eddie. Damn cat likes him better than me. I'll get you for that, Eddie. So anyway, thanks everybody for listening, watching, and becoming part, whether you like it or not, you are now part of the Smokin Jim Show and everything it has to do with. Never mind.
You bestiality, mother...
So yeah, actually, start thinking. I got to think of some tags to put in. I can't turn this thing off until I put in some tags for this video.
Bestiality Wednesday.
I think actually bestiality should be the first one. We'll get like 1,000 hits within the next half hour.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning into the Smokin Jim Show on mykdan.com. It is 9:04 p.m. Central Standard Time in the Big P of Plano, Texas. I've got to clean up the kitchen and the dinner dishes, and kicked his lad here. I might get myself to bed. So stick with us here on this MyKDan. Listen to the music, and we'll do a couple of shows a week. Thanks for tuning in. Love you. We'll see you next time. Anybody who's got my phone number is allowed to call.